gon' keep it rocking till the break of dawn.
Man, we outside looking at the skyline, flowing with the breeze as it flows through the leaves. We just watching time fly.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy JusRzd, and today, welcome to another edition of Behind the Soul, the musical podcast where we talk about life, we talk about creativity, we talk about art. We take a deep dive behind the soul, behind the curtain, to see pretty much cool breakdowns on different things musically, different things faith-wise, different things life-wise. And this particular episode, along with a few other episodes, is special because we're breaking down a brand new single from your boy, JusRzd. That's JusRzd. If you done made it to the channel and you didn't know that's how you spelled it, I don't know what else to take. But I'm an independent artist. I'm a husband. I'm a father of 3. We've been married for 14 years. Yeah, 14 years in March. I had to think about that. But like I said, I am an independent artist, singer, songwriter, rapper, poet, all those different things. I started writing poetry when I was a little kid, but that's neither here nor there. That's part of the origin story. Whether it's a villain origin story or a hero origin story, to be determined. Sorry, let me stop. Hey, anyway, today's release, because I wanted to do something different this year, with it being 2025 and me still releasing music. Still doing music, even though 2024 I took a break from like promo and marketing when it comes to music. 2025 kind of gearing things back up slowly, but today's drop, something special for me personally. I felt like rapping again, so this song is called XO. No, it's not about drugs. It's not about drugs. I did not. Oh wait, that's Bill Clinton. Never mind. It's not about drugs though. I didn't inhale. It's about XO is about affirmation, and it's a song about insecurities and dealing with insecurities, and especially when one of your love language is words of affirmation, and just needing affirmations to help you deal with your insecurities. So even in the hook,
When insecurities rise, will I crumble inside or struggle to thrive? Oh, I need that XO, pipe down, but baby I can't stall it. Will I make it out though? Man, I can't call it. I need that XO.
it says, when insecurities rise, will I crumble inside or struggle to thrive? I need that XO. XO. And pretty much just saying, like, just posing a question, like, when your insecurities flare up, because we're people, we're all human, we're not perfect. We'll be faced with certain things in life that'll allow certain triggers and traumas to resurface and to pop up when we least expect it. And it's just like, when that happens, are we going to crumble inside and fold under the pressure, or are we going to persevere through that adversity and struggle to thrive on the other end? And I don't mean struggle to thrive in like we barely made it, but sometimes we do barely make it. Sometimes pressing through and enduring and persevering be hard. It be difficult sometimes. It hit different. You feel me? And sometimes the more you do it, the easier it gets. But sometimes it starts with a step. So are we going to press forward toward the mark of the high calling in Christ Jesus? Or are we just going to continue to fold inside and continue to let these things pretty much have a chokehold on our lives and our maturity and our growth? And the first thing that came to mind when I was even writing the hook, first of all, got the beat from Still a Kid. Phenomenal producer. That's my guy. Shout out to Demetrius. He hates when I compliment him. But shout out to Still a Kid. But he gonna be mad I said his name. But anyway, he sent it to me. I was like, yo, this joint is tough. The bass on that jump, crazy. Like the instrumentation is crazy. Crazy. And I remember hearing it, I was just like, yo, this joint is hard. And the first thing that came to mind was, I need that XO, 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 XO. And I was just like, yo, that's hard. I didn't know what I was gonna be talking about. I had no idea. I was like, yo, it sounded like an introspective type. I don't know, it just felt like you in your bag type. You know what I mean? Ugh. Like it feels so smooth and so cold and calculated. Like it was hard when I first heard it. And I remember writing to it, like I said, the first thing was, I need that XO, 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 XO. And I was like, yeah, I like that. And so from there, I was just like, all right, XO, XO, hugs and kisses, affirmation. So I'm like, all right, what else? What can I build from that? And the first thing that came to mind was Insecurities. Like, and that's how I came with the first line. When insecurities rise, will I crumble inside or struggle to thrive? Oh, I need that XO. I need that affirmation. I need sometimes you just need a hug. And I'm married, so I need a hug and a kiss. And I got kids, so sometimes you need a hug from your kids too. Sometimes, like sometimes you need it. Just as a human being, sometimes you need it. And shout out to God for blessing your boy with a wife and kids. Cause hey, they came through in the clutch sometimes with kisses and hugs, and your boy needed it. But yeah, and then the second part of the hook is, pipe down, little baby, I can't. Pipe down, little baby, I ain't stalling. Will I make it out? Man, I can't call it. Because sometimes, like I said, the call to persevere and endure can be a weighty one sometimes. And making it through different struggles and different triggers and different traumas, whew, it can be a lot of work. It can be hard sometimes when that junk happens unexpectedly and it triggers something in you and you just like, ooh, I thought I was over this. And I'm over here in shambles right now. How do I make it to the other side? And so it's just the second part is more of like an inner dialogue within yourself. It's like pipe down, like trying to tell your thoughts to like quiet down, quiet the noise. Like, pipe down, little baby, I can't call it. Like, pipe down, little baby, I ain't stalling. Like, I'm not trying to hold up this process. But will I make it out though? Man, I don't know. So it's more like a conversation with yourself. And this whole song is more so like a conversation with yourself and just like really analyzing the aspects of dealing with insecurities and needing affirmation. Especially one of my love languages is words of affirmation. I can't talk to that, but it's funny, man, to have that as one of your love languages and see how you operate when you don't get it, and then understanding how you strive for greatness when you do get it is two totally different responses. And sometimes words of affirmation can be different for different people. And I know for me specifically, like, yeah, that's one of my love languages. But yeah, one of my favorite lines in the record is it's a whole bank ATM scheme, and the whole verse is just kind of exploring how insecurities can take your focus to where it doesn't need to be.
I know that greatness been deposited, but at times my balance ain't looking positive. So withdrawals turn to pitfalls. If I'm honest here, overdrafted emotions, just hoping that his promise clears. Damn.
It says, I know that greatness has been deposited, but at times my balance ain't looking positive. So withdrawals turn to pitfalls. If I'm honest here, overdrafting emotions, just hoping that his promise clears. Dang. Like, the whole scheme is just saying, like, God, I know you put greatness in me, but at times I don't see it. I don't feel it. I don't know where it's at. It seems like it's not there. It seems like I'm in the negative on greatness. And so anytime more withdrawals hit, anytime your account get in the negative and more withdrawals, automatic withdrawals start hitting your account, it just starts getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And then you get fees attached onto all that. It's just like, y'all know I ain't got the money for it. Y'all gonna keep hitting me with extra fees because I ain't got the money for it. Just don't process it. Don't push it through. But that's a way banks can get money. That's shout out to capitalism. But yeah, it's frustrating. Having been in the negative several times in my life. When you have automatic payments and they just keep taxing you, just keep hitting you, and they keep hitting you in the head. It's like, bro, how am I supposed to get out the hole to be able to give y'all any type of a positive balance so I can pay some of this stuff? It's frustrating. Shout out to capitalism. But yeah, it's just coming from that aspect and just like, man, so these withdrawals turn to pitfalls if I'm honest here. Overdrafting emotions, just hoping that it's promised clear. So just overdrafting in emotions. So it's just like, now that these withdrawals have turned into pitfalls, now I'm overdrafting in emotions. Like my emotions are on 1,000 right now because of the triggers, the insecurities, the not feeling like I'm good enough, the not feeling the greatness God has called me to walk in, not feeling the greatness that he's put inside of me. Like, bro, at the end of the day, I'm still made in his image, but I don't feel it right now. I don't feel it right now. And so it's just like coming from that aspect and that's why it ends with overdrafting emotions, just hoping that his promise clears. Just pretty much, sometimes you'll get them automatic payments, but your check ain't hit just yet, but it ain't the end of the business day, so they ain't hit you with them extra fees just yet. But by the end of the business day, your check gonna be in there, hopefully, if everything goes smooth. Or you expecting some money, but it ain't hit just yet, but them automatic payments didn't hit already, and you're like, hold on. I need that check to clear. So it's just a whole banking scheme, a whole ATM scheme. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool, wordplay wise. And yeah, like I said, the whole verses are almost like a conversation with yourself and just confessing your weaknesses and just pointing out the different concepts and the different thought processes that go through your mind when you're dealing with insecurities and needing affirmation to help you deal with it sometimes. And it's just it can be a doozy at times. It can be a doozy. And the line, it's funny because the lines right before that is saying, losing confidence in consciousness got me feeling too ominous, questioning common sense.
Losing confidence in consciousness got me feeling too ominous, questioning common sense.
So it's just like losing confidence in what I know to be true. Got me feeling real ominous, questioning my own common sense. Like sometimes you can get into a hole of emotions and spiraling out of control and just get to a point where it's just like, I know God's word to be true, but this ain't feeling like his word is being true right now. Like this situation feels crazy, or what's going on feels crazy, or I feel crazy right now. And it's just like, I know his word to be true, but now I'm starting to even question, is it though? Like, is it though? And as a Christian, sometimes that can be the biggest battle is convincing your mind and reminding your mind that God's word is still true, despite the circumstances, despite the situation, despite how I feel, despite everything that's going on. So yeah, just a little, it's the subtle messages, you feel me? I'm a poet at the end of the day, so everything I write is gonna be a little bit deeper. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a little bit deeper. It's not just gonna be surface level. It's gonna be a little bit deeper. I don't know why I keep doing that, but it's a little bit deeper. Pause if necessary. But yeah, the second verse. Of course, after the first verse, you go back into the hood. So smooth. So the guitar, the bass, the instrumentation. Still a kid did his thing. He put his foot in the beat. You know what I mean? He put his foot in the beat. The second verse is also just coming from frustration, really. with yourself and just with the situation, and just being like, yo, why do we pay attention to, why do critiques weigh more than compliments when we're talking about confidence?
My critiques way more than compliments when we talking in confidence, even if something's obvious. I'm tired of this.
Like, why? Like, I'm tired of this. Like, why is it that we pay attention to the negativity first before we pay attention to the hundreds or thousands of positive comments or positive interactions or positive words that people speak to us, or people speak over us? You can have 1,000 people in real life or even on social media comment, you're doing a good job, keep up the good work, all this, that, and the third, you look nice, hope you have a good day, all positive words. Let one person say something negative. That's all we're gonna be able to focus on. And as a people, we gotta do better. Like, we gotta do better. And the second verse, I just kind of went in from that aspect, like, yo, why do we allow critiques to weigh more than compliments when we're talking about confidence? I'm tired of this. I feel like the insufficient one balancing insufficient funds, wondering when my day will come.
Feel like the insufficient one balancing insufficient funds, wondering when my day will come.
Whoa. Like, I feel like sometimes you feel like that in life, like when you're focusing on the wrong things, you're spiraling emotionally, it's hard for you to think and see and dwell on positive thoughts or positive blessings in your life. And it's just like, man, you feel like you tapped out. Like, you feel frustrated, you feel downtrodden, you feel all over the place. Like, yo, I feel insufficient, I feel insignificant, while I'm checking my bank account and I don't have the money just to pay my bills or to get my kids something to eat. Like, now I feel like I'm trying to balance insufficient funds while feeling insufficient myself. And that's it can be like that. Like, life can get difficult sometimes, and a lot of the times the battle be mental. A lot of times, because you can't, I'm not gonna say a lot. Some of our circumstances we can't necessarily do anything about. We can't change, but we can change how we approach them. We can change how we think about them. We can change how we allow our minds to dwell on certain things. Like, you do what you can do, because faith without works is dead. You do what you can do and pray about the rest. Like, you try your best. You seek the Lord. You apply His word. Apply practical steps, and then you pray about the rest. Like, that's all you can do sometimes. Most times, to be honest, in most situations. So a lot of times we be lazy and we don't be wanting to do the work. So that'd be our biggest issues. And that's why I said a lot of times it's a battle of the mind. Like, even when it comes to like working out and stuff like that, like, it's a battle of the mind. Yeah, don't know. Even the fittest of people don't feel like working out, but they know they got to. So it's something that they instilled, some sort of discipline in their mind that they instilled in themselves to go to the gym and at least get 30 minutes to an hour in a day. And it's just something that you got to take it one day at a time till it becomes an everyday thing for you, especially if it's not something it's not a routine that you've normally had or built up. You definitely gotta take that. You gotta take that and deal with it. But yeah, just the second verse for me was just, like I said, just more kind of venting and approaching it from a frustrating aspect. Like, I expressed my heart in the first verse, and now I'm expressing my frustration.
Whole time he's still blessing, running plays, making ways, instilling lessons. The bread of life, bearing fruit, that's meal prepping. So why am I allowing doubt when he's still present? That's crazy.
And it's just like, after getting frustrated with all of that, the whole time God's still blessing, making plays, making ways, running plays, making ways, instilling lessons. The bread of life, bearing fruit, that's meal prepping. So why should I allow doubt when he's still present? That's crazy. That's crazy. When you really sit back and think about it, when you know God is still in control, and when you know God still has a plan for you in your life, and he still has a purpose for you in your life, why are you allowing doubt when he's still present? The Bible says he'll never leave nor forsake you. Why am I still allowing doubt to be present when he's still here? He's still with me, even in my foolishness, even in my weakness, even in my strengths, even even in my weakness, strengths, and foolishness, my mistakes, my shortcomings. God is still there with me, and he's still there with open arms. Now, you still have to face consequences and repercussions for your actions. However, he's still there with open arms for your heart. And it's just like, so why am I allowing doubt to remain when he's still present? He's still here. So I just wanted to end it on that note, because it's just like a question that bothers me so much, even with myself sometimes. Like, yo, why am I allowing myself to doubt this when I know God got it? When I know God got it, why am I allowing myself to doubt this? Like, musically, every place I've been musically, performing, just been to network or socialize or meet people or whatever, it's all been because of God. Like, it's not because I'm on it marketing wise. It's not because I know everybody or I'm just this cool, fun-loving guy, which I am. But I'm an introvert at the end of the day, so I don't really like talking to people. So it's just being, if I don't know you already, I don't really like meeting new people most times. But praise God, I'm not unapproachable though. Like, I'm not gonna shut you down if you approach me and want to have a conversation. I might make a quick escape, but it could be because I'm drained. Interactions with people drain me sometimes. Like I said, I am an introvert. I can have a good time and be sitting in a corner somewhere enjoying everybody else having a good time and just observing people. It doesn't mean that I'm sulking or feel a type of way. I'm just an introvert, and I don't always like being in the center of everything. So sometimes I just like sitting on the side watching. But it's neither here nor there. Like I said, every place I've gotten to musically, every place I've gotten to in my career outside of music, every place I've gotten to being a homeowner, being a husband, being a father, it's all God. Like, it's all God. It's so many things that could have went wrong on so many different avenues. I could not be here. I could have died in that drive-by. I could have died in in certain circumstances and situations. I could have got killed by excuse me, it's YouTube. I could have got unalived by a bullet that fell into my car when I was sleeping in the parking lot at college. Like, it's that's a whole separate story. But I'm just saying, it's so many different ways I could have been packed up out of here for reasons that I wouldn't be able to explain. Even with the drive-by situation, it's not even, I wasn't the one doing the shooting or even in the car of the people doing the shooting. I was dropping my homeboy off at his crib. Somebody tapped on our window and said, "Hey, y'all might want to get out of here. It looks like somebody looking for somebody." And we was like, "Oh, all right," dapped each other up. By the time he got to the driver's side of the car pulled up, turned the lights off, and started dumping out the window. By the grace of God, nobody, neither me or the homie was hit, but we could have been up out of here at that moment. Some people don't make it out of those. So it's like, why am I still allowing doubt to rule in my life when God's been ever present and his word is still true? You feel me? But anyway, that's all I got to say. EXO is definitely a favorite of mine. Like I said, I felt like rapping again. So I heard the beat was super soulful, super smooth. The guitar, everything. Shout out to Still a Kid. Shout out to 48. That's my engineer. Even 48 being my engineer is all God. So it's just like I didn't know him from Adam. He didn't know me from Adam, but he reached out to me, and we've been locked in ever since. He in Arizona, I'm in Virginia. So it's like we ain't even never met in person. So it's just, but he knows some of my homies. Now we all homies, and it's just like, man, ain't nobody but God, man. Like, ain't nobody but God, man. And I'm sure if you take a look into your life and to really take a look into your life outside of a pessimistic viewpoint and just really analyze the different things that you've experienced in your life, you'll see that God was still there with you, protecting you, trying to guide you, trying to lead you in his righteousness and in his path, along the right path the entire time. Sometimes we just gotta pay attention, and a lot of times we don't be paying attention. So that's EXO. That's a breakdown on EXO. That concludes this particular episode of Behind the Soul. Like I said, it was a special episode. I try to do these episodes every time I drop some new music, just to give insight behind my thought process and the creative process, and let you take a peek behind the soul of the artist who created this art, and let you get a peek behind the curtain of the creative process. This next behind the soul in a couple weeks, it's gonna be special. I didn't put out a single for Valentine's Day. I planned on it, but it wasn't finished yet. It's finished now, and my anniversary is March 14th. So we putting it out for the anniversary. You feel me? So on the 12th, the Wednesday before the anniversary, because the 14th is a Friday. So that Wednesday, the 12th, I will be dropping 2 a.m., which is I don't want to spoil it, but it's definitely a R&B record for me and my wife. So it's not your typical. Actually, it's no rapping at all on it. But yeah, it's smooth. It's a vibe. Hope y'all enjoy it. I pray y'all enjoy it. It will be a visualizer and a lyric video for that record. Probably do some promo for that record as well as this record too. But shout out to EXO. I'll link the lyric video here. I chopped it up in the video, but I'll link it here at the end of the video, so that way you guys will be able to tap in with it. But yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And if this has blessed you at any point of anything that I said, any breakdown, the music, you just love the music. If anything I said, if anything I said has touched your heart or encouraged you in any sort of way, comment below. Let me know. Let's have a conversation. Trying to build a community here. Community of people. I know not everybody's into anime, not everybody's into movie, comic book movie type stuff. Not everybody's into those type of things that I'm into. But music can speak volumes for some people sometimes. So yeah, tap in with your boy. Like I said, like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so that way you can be notified anytime we drop a new video on the channel, which is every day. So stay tapped in, stay locked in, stay tuned in, and never forget, it's FreeSoul to the show. Free. Let's get it. And we out. Another edition of Behind the Soul.